set up from the beginning to do an E and then go to the EB-1. And there's so many benefits to do it this way. Basically, with the new office L1, you're gonna get 1 year for your initial stay. On an E, when you come in on your E visa, you're gonna get 2 years. So with the new business, 1 year to get to a renewal is very, very quick. And sometimes you're setting the client up for failure if you can put them on an L instead of an E. Whereas with the E, you have 2 years to really build the business and to do well, and then you have that time to convert to the EB-1. I feel it's much better. The L1 also has a 7-year time limit, whereas the E, it almost mimics permanent residence, even though it's not a dual intent visa. You can renew it indefinitely. So there's a lot of benefits. The other big one I always tell the clients is you have less red tape to deal with. So when you apply for the L, you have to do a petition unless you're Canadian under NAFTA, right? For now. So you have to do a petition. There's a lot heavier documentation that has to be provided, which, I don't know if we'll get to it in the panel, but if you look at all of the embassies, when you submit an E, some of them, they only want 50 pages. So definitely it's more documentation for an L. You have to deal with CIS, and I think whenever you don't have to deal with CIS and you can go straight to the embassy, it's better, because with the E, you can go straight to the embassy. It's just a quicker, cleaner thing to deal with. I think it's also easier to prove.
And to me, the difference for small businesses is sophistication. How sophisticated is the business to go through the EB route? And I can even share an example. I have a client who initially bought a car wash. We can all agree that a car wash is not the most sophisticated business, but eventually, through time, he acquired contracts with dealers, and last time that I checked his tax returns, he was pulling in $5 million a year. Not too shabby with different departments. Would that, with CIS had a problem approving the I-140 for multinational executive? Of course not. He reached that sophistication. If I would have done an L1 first, he would probably not be my client right now, because they would have denied the first year L and so forth. And like I tell my clients, you don't have an immigration problem. You have two. Your first one is your non-immigrant visa world, and then how do I become a permanent resident? And there's a misunderstanding among the clientels that we are under this point system, that this visa with X amount of years will lead you to permanent residency. And a lot of countries have that system. We just simply don't.
Yeah, I was going to say also, when the approach I take with my clients, I listen to what they want to do in the future, and I ask them what their plans are. But even if their plans are just to be here for a couple of years or 3 years, I still plan for the big picture, and I tell them they should. And we want to set it up so they can go through an EB-1 later on, because sometimes the clients change their minds and come back to you and they want to do the EB-1, and then it's too late sometimes to go back and set it up the way it should have been set up in the first place.
Client management. Now, moving to what does it mean to